So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down on this Thursday grid that we have here. And today we're doing it with this fantastic Chilean Tarapaca, and this is a Shiraz from 2022. And you know, you can actually see through this pretty well. Not as bold in color, but on the nose, it's got your typical cassis, slight touch of vanilla in there, and some leather, I think I would categorize that. And on the palate, currants, right? You know, some red tree fruit, a bit of a sulfur type of minerality, and I'd say about 50-50 acid tannins. You know, they're soft. Finishes with a punch. And I think this would be a fantastic wine with a nice rare steak, perhaps even steak tartare. In fact, now I'm regretting not having steak tartare for dinner. This would have been perfect for it. But tomorrow, I'll just break out the meat grinder and we're going to do it. I might drink that whole bottle tonight. Just might. Okay. So we have a Thursday, December 26th, Boxing Day upon us, and we have a grid by Ella Dershowitz. I'm looking forward to this very much. So why don't we go ahead and scooch on over here and hop into this grid and see what we've got for the day. Okay, so targets of crunches informally. Well, okay, sure. We'll go with abs to start with. One of these days I'm going to get a three-letter word I've never seen before, or rarely seen, or rarely used, and it's going to have something to do with potatoes or some potato chips, you know, crunches. I don't know. Home screen selection could be an app. Hawaiian dish with cube fish. Oh, I don't know just yet. Maybe like a poke bowl or something. Stole on stage. Probably like a boa. Difficult area of a jigsaw puzzle. You know, I never did those. My wife does them. I cannot. I go get incredibly bored with them. I think that's the sky. Hawaiian dish with cube feet. Yeah, I think we are talking about a poke bowl. Let's just check ourselves, be sure. Given the go-ahead could be cleared. So what do we have here ending in a C? A smart guy. Okay, great. We got ourselves an Alec there. Grossed out cries could be used, and Lane in DC is in what, DC Comics. I'm getting Lois. That's just jumping out at me. It's Lois. It's Lois. And not Stewie's Lois. Lois. No, not like that. Humble, maybe to a base. And end of year hope. Why not? Hope for a pay raise. Early 20th century composer who introduced the typewriter as a percussion instrument. Yes, that's... Eric Satie. Yeah, big fan, but listened to him mostly while I was an undergraduate, and I don't remember how to spell the last name. You'll have to forgive me if I don't get this correctly. In fact, I'm going to let's back off of this altogether. For the exception of, I just don't remember how to spell the last part of his name. I think I can check this, though. Humorous Bombeck would be Irma. Faith Hill hit with the lyric, It's Perpetual Bliss. And I think that song is called This. And so Vampire Hunter's weapon could be a steak. And focus on making others happy. Wow, that sounds a lot like me. Maybe we're aiming to please. Perhaps. Fills in the gaps of in a way. Prefix with any family member, I guess a step. Steady engine sound could be a thrum. I used that once in a poem that I wrote. And I guess this could be putties. Could check the I at least. 401k alternatives could be IRAs. That's nice. And Samira Wiley's role in The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm not sure. Satie, I cannot remember. I guess maybe she plays Amara and Coffee House Poets. Oh, if I could have just been born in 1930, I would have been a beatnik. I know I would have. I would have been a dandy. I would have been wetland fuel surf. Oh, I'd have been those guys that you'd seen running around in tuxedos and sandals, right? I mean, gosh. I figured I'd be out of undergraduate by the time about 1952. And what a great time to hang out with all the beat poets, beat gen writers, and Kerouac and Ginsberg, whole gambit. I mean, I would be all about that. Snarkily disparaging could be snide. I think I'd fit right into the area too, because they've got those those two big things that start with A: anesthesia and air conditioning. I think I'd have been just fine, right? Or maybe I had to just live here in Germany and been a German beat poet. I'd been fine with that too. Hamper, as an example, I guess would be a bin, and Dutch banking giant, I guess ING. I see there. Adverts everywhere. Lewis Carroll's real last name, hence Lewis's last name in Jurassic Park, and that's Dodgson, I do believe. Spent a lot of time studying him in graduate linguistics. Pops could be dad. Let's see if we can work our way back up the middle and back up in line. So futuristic zappers, short-lived fashion could be all the rage. Perhaps these are ray guns. Quick check on an easy one here. Minute could be tiny. And then forego a ring, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Negative campaign tactic. I guess these could be attack ads. And let's see. Like the last name of swimming legend Diana Nyad. Okay, that would be apt. That's a good point. Signature item. How about a pen? This is a great little grid. It just seems like it's kind of made for me here, but not seeing any craziness going on for a Sunday, for a Thursday yet. So I think we got a great here, a dismissive great, probably right up there with bemused resignation great. So they might accompany SAT scores, I guess GPAs, slim fitting bottom. Okay, I think I'm probably thinking like a pencil skirt or something. Maybe there's a rebus there. Slangy term for an obsession with branded fashion items. Forgo a ring, maybe. I guess we're looking for a knock here. Like knock on the door versus pushing the doorbell, maybe ringing the bell. Sweaters and such could be knits. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on with this up here. So I guess this is logo mania, maybe. A thing of the past, perhaps the obit. Court order delay could be a stay. Breaking the fourth wall, say. Okay, works for me. Like a baby in need of burping. This is funny. Gassy babies. Toys once marketed as having over 3 billion combinations, but only one solution. I guess that could be a Rubik's Cube. And yeah, we got pencil. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. I guess I'm just going to find out, and we'll just solve it as we do. And if I got to go back in and put in a skirt or something in there, but that wouldn't work here with Rubik's skirt cubes. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. So the Telluride maker would be the Kia Tempur-Pedic competitor. First time I've seen that. I always get Serta in there, but first time I've seen it's a Tempur-Pedic competitor. Original New York City subway line. Gosh, I think that's the IRT. I don't know for sure. Please don't hold that against me. Chess is to check. His go is to, what are we shooting for? Atari or something? Vibes or auras. Didn't I just bring that up yesterday? How there used to never be vibes. They were always auras. I just complained and the crossword gods heard me. And I got auras out of this. And watch me be wrong, but right now I'm hoping I'm right. Pizza oven residue. I'm assuming ash. Lawyers collectively would be the bar. And yeah, I think we've got some Atari action going on. And perceptive could be astute. And Beehive State native. Fantastic. Maybe we're going to get through this thing. Get to 21 first in cornhole, and I don't know anything about cornhole. I'm assuming it's a win. But check that W. Something that's often free in airports but expensive on airplanes. That's very true. And even when you fly in business class, it ain't gonna throw that in there. You still gotta fork over the cash for the onboard Wi-Fi. Fast food chain with 30,000 plus locations, and I guess we're looking for a KFC. Interestingly enough, maybe there are others out there, other airlines that give it to you for free in business class, but I'm almost always writing Flying American. So it is what it is. Okay. 3 times in this grid. Peak, picker, uppers. I guess maybe ski lifts. I'm looking for some sort of pattern in the grid. I'm just not seeing it. Roguish. Sly? I don't know. Unapproved pharmaceutically. I guess these would be off label. Yeah, I guess we got Sly in there. Fidelity, bravery, integrity. Okay, I got the FBI. And gumshoe would be a tech. In need of salt. Icy. Perfect. And I guess this is NCIS. What does it say? CBS drama with 5 spinoffs? No, why not? Bass organs, gills. Very nice. Caesar's first stabber, and I guess that would be Casca. Remained home for supper, I guess 8 in. Köln, 1, so 1 in Köln, beautiful city, is an ein. Money talks, oh, so I guess this cash is king. Okay, pencil skirts, I don't know. I'm gonna have to spend some time on this one to figure out what it's trying to do, because I don't know. Carrie, Sissy Spacek, and one living abroad like me. I guess you could call this an expat. How do we do, Bob? Not bad at all. 10:24. This is a decent time, but again, here at Wind Down, we don't really count time because I like to chat too much during solve. So it is what it is, but what a fabulous grid. This was a really well job, Ella Dershowitz. Nicely done. I'm going to have to go back in and try to figure out what the theme was, though. I don't know if these were rebuses or just what it was supposed to be, but either way, if you can come up with what the clue's trying to get at, or at least the intersections of the corresponding clues, then I think you have no problem getting through this thing and just solving it. But on the whole, a really good tight grid. It was a great Thursday. Well done, Miss Dershowitz. Go ahead and hit our what are we doing again? Oh yeah, out with the old, in with the new. So I just hope everybody's having a fantastic Boxing Day. And happy Hanukkah for night number 2. It's really brutal cold here, but I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and holiday break overall. New Year's is right around the corner. Just try to be safe out there, right? You know? And until we see you tomorrow for the grid, and I'm looking so forward to the Friday grid, because the Friday grid means that we are in the weekend, and that will be a fine thing for me. Talk about working 2 days this week. Until I see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. And until we see you for tomorrow's grids, including the Guardian and the Mini here in the New York Times, be good to yourselves. Be great to your neighbors, and be especially kind to the person behind you in line. Take care now. Be well.